action of the Board of Education has been the overriding problem for the Montgomery Public Schools. At my request, the representatives of the accrediting body will be here next month to give me a status report on the Montgomery schools. There are three areas that they'll look at very carefully. One is, what's your financial condition? I think I've answered that one. What is your continuous progress model in terms of student achievement? I think I've answered that one. And the third one is the board interfering in the day-to-day operation of the schools? And I can tell you they have been. Can you imagine what happens if you lose your accreditation? High school graduates will not be eligible for federal funds or support. Many colleges would not accept your application. We don't need that to happen. Montgomery was placed under intervention because 80% of its schools did not meet the minimum threshold. The average score for ACT is 14 or 15. That places you in the bottom third. I would just point out as well that the average for the state of Alabama is 20. You can't even meet the average for this state, and we're not obviously near the top of achievement levels. I would say to you that my experience in dealing with intervention, and I've had experiences with systems from Huntsville to Mobile, a total of almost 20, so I've been down this road before. But when they're experiencing these problems, several well-defined patterns develop. First of all, you have a pattern of declining student achievement levels. We've got that. You have weak administration. It comes usually in two packages. One, we don't really want strong principals. We want to hire some people that we know. And if they don't do well, we'll move them to another school and maybe they'll do better there. And I'm not just saying Montgomery. Every one of those systems I've identified, that's been a pattern. That's here too. You have a Board of Education usually that's more interested in being reelected than educating students. And I think the tipping point, and I use that in the context of when you reach that point, you start to fall off the cliff. The tipping point is when hundreds of students start to leave the school system. It starts with a few hundred. I could use Birmingham as an example, and then it got to well over 1,000 a year. This year, Montgomery Public Schools lost 790 students. Not only is that a loss of state funds of $1.5 million, it's equivalent to a school. So I think I would summarize those characteristics in this way. If you are committed to strong public schools in Montgomery, now is the time for perhaps your last best chance.